Hi everyone, Dr. Robinson here with another training webinar. And today we're going to go over all the updates that have occurred in the last couple of weeks, and they were pretty major. And what they did was they knocked out the start menu. And typically updates will have negative effects. And that's the reason why we always want to know more than one way to handle an issue. And so I'm going to take you through that, and then I'm going to take you through how to connect up a Braille display and actually use a Braille display to control the computer. So the first thing I want to do, and I'm going to come up with some more fixes also, like fixing Word when it decides to stop working also. So the last couple of weeks, you got an update, and
Cortana.
You were actually able to hit the start key, but when you typed in it, nothing typed, nothing populated. However, if you would have down arrowed, you could have actually used the start menu. It would have taken a little bit longer. It's not as powerful when you can hit the start key and just type something, but it still works. So you could have hit the start key and down arrowed.
All apps, Apple Soft Photo Movie Make expand the number 3D
Now,
viewer.
The cool thing about this is you can do first letter navigation. So if you needed Word, you could hit W.
W, weather.
Okay, and then of course you're going to down arrow to W.
Window, Word.
Okay, if you know that you actually have that many W's, you actually could have hit X first and then up arrowed one time. So anyway, the start key could work. And you can just up and down arrow and do first letter navigation. That's one option, hit escape.
Escape, not select.
Now, when your computer is not working though, the most vital thing that you need to do is go to your updates. Well, if your search key is not working, your updates isn't either. So, but you can do Windows I to your settings.
Windows I, settings, search box, find the setting, edit, type in text.
And you can type in updates.
P, up, 6
That's
results.
Okay, and it tells you 6 results, so you down arrow.
Check for updates.
And there you are, and you hit enter.
Enter. Search box, find the setting, edit. Search box, find the setting, edit.
Now immediately, and we've had a lot of major updates. So the update around February 5th really knocked out a lot of things. And so what Microsoft has been perpetually doing is constantly putting out updates. I'm going to tell you, you do want to go and do your updates. I just tell my students every day, go in there. So then you don't have to deal with the issue of it downloading while you're doing work. So I'm really curious to see how this will, I'm not going to download these right now, but I will download them when I'm done with this video. But typically when they're downloading in the background, and if you don't have a lot of processor or gigabytes in your RAM, you will absolutely see some hiccups. But anyway, I would tab.
Update and Windows update. Last checked today, 9:03 a.m.
Okay.
List top.
That would have said check for updates. We would have hit spacebar, and then of course it would have started to update. It took one of my computers 4 restarts to actually get it updated. It took just one restart to get it updated and make the start key work again, a couple others a couple of times. So every computer is different. Every student's computer works differently, so we had to do different updates a different way. But you don't need to do the updates right away if you know the other ways of accessing your information that you need. I'm going to Alt F4 out of this.
Alt F4, start meeting button on the.
So Windows I is very similar to
Windows I, settings.
Okay? And you can go any place else that you need on that. So Alt F4.
Alt F4.
The other one is, and we just love this, is the Run dialog box. So Windows R.
Windows R, Run dialog. Type the.
Okay. I've taken you here to empty your temp folder. You want to do that every day. But you can also type in WinWord to open Word.
WinWord,
okay, and hit enter.
WinWord, enter. Document 1 word. New list top blank options.
So
list
I
item.
just need to move it over, and there it is. And
escape, print, edit.
And there you are. And so I'm going to Alt F4.
Alt F4, start meeting.
But this is also another reason why we always want to pin icons to our desktop, pin the most important icons to the desktop. But more importantly, the $1 million real estate on our task bar. So if you need to open Firefox or Word, it is far faster to do Windows 1.
Windows 1, taskbar,
Firefox,
Mozilla Firefox, Gmail.
Than it was
Alt F4, inbox 19.
Hitting your start key to begin with. So that $1 million real estate, Windows T, that will take you there. So Windows T.
Windows T, Firefox button, Google Chrome, JAWS 2020.
So, and remember, you count your icons. So if Firefox is in the first slot, it's Windows 1, Chrome is in the second one, Windows 2. You do need both browsers because every platform works slightly differently, and you do want those options on that. Okay, so the next issue is Word not working correctly. And so what you want to do is you want to go into your normal template. So we're going to do Windows R.
Windows R, run dialog. Type.
Now you're going to type %, and you actually have to type the path name in. So Shift 5.
Percent.
App data.
A, P, P, D, A, T, A.
And it always needs to end with a %.
App data %.
Okay, and then you're going to do a backslash.
Backslash.
And you can actually up and down arrow to your other options. If you've done this before, visually you can immediately see all your other app datas there. And I do know I want to go to my Microsoft and I want to go to my template. So I'm going to continue to type my path name.
M-I-C.
Okay, now I could do that. I can also down arrow, listen.
Mic % app data % Microsoft.
But I'm not done with that, so I need to hit my backslash and I need to start typing in templates, and you can also down arrow.
T% app data % Microsoft templates.
Okay, and get all that, and now hit
Enter. Desktop folder view list view not selected JAWS 2020.
So here we are in our app data Microsoft templates, and we want to get rid of this normal template. But let me remind you the way Word was set up originally with Times New Roman 12 single spacing. So you can see you're going to actually have to change those defaults back. So I'm going to Windows 4 to open my Word.
Windows 4, taskbar, Word, Shift Windows right escape, edit.
Okay, and so if I just type in text.
E-R-A-N-D, right enter.
And I'm going to up arrow, and let's do Insert F to remind us the way it was.
12 point, default on default, Times New Roman, normal style, line spacing, single paragraph.
Okay. So we've got Times New Roman 12 single spacing. So we have to set our default up that way. Again, when I delete out the normal template, it will get rid of all your issues. You know, when it says you close it, it says, do you want to save the normal template? That's typically the big issue. But it doesn't matter what issue, this is the fix for Word issues, or Excel. You can do the same thing with Excel, PowerPoint, and all of those others also. So let me Alt F4, and we're going to delete out the normal template and start all over.
Alt F4, file name, Alt N.
And we're back.
Users mail app data roaming Microsoft.
Okay. So hit N until you find your normal.
N, normal dot.
There we are. So there's your normal.dotm, and that's what you want to get rid of. So just hit your delete key, not backspace.
Not selected normal email dot.
Okay, and it's gone. So now Alt F4 and close.
Alt F4, start meeting button.
Okay, so now we're going to reopen Word, and you're going to see it has kicked back to Calibri 11 multi-spacing. Okay, so Windows 4.
Windows 4, taskbar, Word, new list box, escape, print, edit.
Okay, now visually you can see it up in the top left-hand corner to begin with, but we're going to insert F so everyone hears.
11 point, default on default, Calibri, normal style, line spacing, 1 lines, paragraph formatting, aligned left, outline level, body text.
Okay, so now let's get those defaults changed. Again, back to our defaults. Control D first.
Control D, font.
I'm gonna hush them up. TIM.
TIM. Microsoft document, 1 word, font, Microsoft font size, edit.
And always remember, you have to change 2 things in your font box and 2 things in your paragraph box. I'm gonna type in 12.
1, 2.
Okay. Now, if you recall from other lessons, to set the default, we do Alt D to set as default, and it asks us if we want to do just this one or the whole normal template. We want the whole normal template. So every single time you open Word, it is going to open correctly. So Alt D, then Alt A, and Enter. So let's do it. Alt D.
12, Alt D, font, OK button, to alter all documents based on the normal. Document, okay. 1 word.
That's 1. Now we need to do Alt O, P to go to our paragraph box.
Alt O, upper E, leaving menus, leaving ribbons. 2
things in each box. So our multi-spacing, I'm going to quickly just do Alt F. If you've not been in this dialog box, I highly suggest you tab through every single option. But every webinar, I have a lot of things I want to go over, so this is going to be done on your own. So I'm going to Alt F to jump to my numbers. And all your numbers need to be 0 in this box.
Alt F after edit combo 8PT to set the value.
Hit 0.
0, 0,
And tab
0.
one time.
Line spacing, S, single.
S for single, tab off.
Edit.
Now, I'm going to tell you, sometimes, actually a lot of times, people will change one option. They'll change the line spacing to single. It still doesn't matter because your after spacing is still 8 point. So your spacing dictates how much space you're going to have between your sentences. So just keep that in mind. Both options have to be changed. Once again, to set as default, we do Alt-D, Alt-A, and then Enter. Let's do it.
Alt-D, paragraph, OK button, Alt-A, all documents spaced on
Enter.
document,
Okay.
one word, edit.
Now, let's just put in the equals rand again.
E-R-A, R-A-N-D, N-D, right, enter.
Okay, just to confirm, yeah, it's beautiful.
Remembers where you left off even on.
Push them up, insert F again.
12 point, default on default, Times New Roman, normal style, line spacing, single.
Beautiful, we love it. So that's how you fix your normal templates, and you can do that for all of your Office. So much faster than actually going into your add remove programs and doing a setup, or I mean doing a fix. And I think I'm going to actually show you that because you could have a much more severe issue than just your normal template. This is what goes wrong most often. Very, very fast fix. But let me go ahead and show you if it's a really severe issue and everything is just thrown off. I'm going to show you quickly how to fix this quickly in your add remove. Alt F4.
Alt F4, file name,
Alt
file
N.
name, Alt N.
Okay, so we need to go to your control
to
panel now, and we're going to go ahead and just
search box edit, S-O-N-T-R, control panel app, enter.
Okay.
Control.
If you do not do it this way and you do add remove, you'll go to your add remove app options, which Windows 10 has, and I always want to go to the big fix right off the bat. And that means I need to go into my control panel. So I'm going to type in remove.
R-E-M-O-V-E.
Right? Because when you go into your control panel or your settings, you need to notice you are in your search box. So you want to immediately start typing, and then you're going to hit enter, and your computer is going to populate what you want. Hit enter.
Remove, enter, category button to activate.
Now I'm going to tab to add or remove programs.
Back to control panel, recent locations button.
Yeah.
Up to desktop,
and I'm going to tell you,
button to activate.
The latest update kind of mix this up also. Typically, it would always jump right into your list view, but it doesn't now. I'm waiting for the next update to fix that again. Some of your computers may automatically just jump right into your remove access. Great. But the other ones just keep tabbing.
All location, search box, user accounts link. Remove user accounts link.
Nope.
Programs and features, add or remove programs link.
Yeah. So I just hit tab until I get down to add or remove programs. Enter.
Enter. Control panel, programs and features.
Okay, I'm going to hush them up. Down arrow once to make sure you're in your list view.
Selected. Apple applications.
And now I'm going to hit M. So you can't do first letter navigation until you actually down arrow into it. Now, I can't say always because every hardware works a little bit differently. So if you can hit first letter navigation as soon as you get in here, cool, great. But if you can't, down arrow first, then hit M.
M. Malwarebytes version 3.7.1.28.
Oh yeah, let's talk about antiviruses and Malwarebytes.
Desktop, folder view, list view, not selected, control panel, programs, program.
I have to tell you, Malwarebytes is absolutely the best, and I have used, oh my gosh, just about everything out there because I've been using technology for, I don't know, 30 plus years. So if you're looking for something that's incredible and very accessible, Malwarebytes is it. It is phenomenal. But I digress. Let's keep going down to Microsoft Office 365.
Microsoft Office 365.
Okay. At this point, you're going to hit your applications.
Okay.
You've got uninstall and you have change. You're going to change, and basically, you're just going to run a repair. So down arrow,
change,
and hit enter.
Enter, leaving menus, folder view, list view, Microsoft Office 365.
Now, I've had to run both of these repairs based on my updates, based on what's going on. It's, you know what, we're human, it's easy. We're keyboard commanding all the time, and it's easy to mess things up. I am on my repair button right now. I'm not going to run this because my Office is working great, but all you have to do is hit enter. Now, you are on the quick repair. try the quick repair first, then check your office. Always rebuild your normal template, always. Do that first. If that doesn't do it, come here for your quick repair. And often that will fix it. If it doesn't, if it's a more severe issue, you're going to tab once, down arrow to online repair. And that takes, depending on the speed of your computer, that's going to take a lot longer. You just need to be aware of that. But this is also a great, incredible fix. And that's true for other programs also. So when you go to your add remove programs, many programs will give you the uninstall option. And if you need to uninstall something, this is the way to do it. Do not go to your desktop or your folders and start deleting out components. It will really mess up your computer. So this is the proper way to remove a program, but it's also the proper way to fix one. So I'm going to hit escape and get out of that.
Escape, control panel, programs, and Alt F4,
okay?
Malwarebytes.
So we have fixed our word, and that is a bigger fix if you need it. So let's hit our Braille display now. So now I'm going to go back to my meeting controls, and I'm going to turn on my video so you actually see my Braille display, and we're going to go through your options of how you get a Braille display set up. So let me just change to my meeting controls and get my video going.
Meeting controls to move to an item, Alt-V, alert, video now started.
Perfect. Okay, so here I am. You see my Braille display and of course my keyboard, and my Braille display is not working. So I'm going to need to turn that off and turn it back on, and you always must turn your talking software off and then back on again. Actually, the Braille display connects up pretty well, so I'm just going to turn off my talking software with Insert F4.
Quit JAWS dialog. Are you enter? Start meeting button.
Okay, just so you know, your Braille displays should always go on first. Now, ideally, you would turn it on before you turn on your computer, but we're humans, we forget all the time. No big deal. Just make sure your Braille display is on, and you're just going to turn off your talking software, turn it back on. So I could do a Windows R. So I'll do that way. I'm going to actually show you all the different ways I could turn on JAWS. I could hit my start key and I could type in JAW. It immediately populates my JAWS 2019. I already know that. I know I also need a down arrow twice if I want to go to JAWS 2020 because I've done it so many times. Hit escape off of that. I also know I can Windows M and I can hit J, and I know I'm going to pop to my first JAWS 2019. So if I hit J again, I'm going to pop to my next JAWS. We always need to have other ways of doing something. I also know I can Windows R and I can type in JAWS 2020. That is a very direct way. Probably my advanced kids use that option more than others, but just so you know, you have a lot of options. I also have this pinned to my taskbar, so I know if I Windows 3, which is probably going to be the fastest, it will immediately start JAWS.
JAWS Professional Run dialog. Type the name of a Zoom Pro account. Meeting Tail and Braille display commands. Okay, so just know you have lots of options there. And my Braille display did not want to connect up, so it will require another restart. But before it does that, I want to go ahead and connect it up with Bluetooth, and I'm going to get it set up in my context menu. So let's hit escape.
Okay, hit your start window and type blue.
Bluetooth and other devices setting. Enter. Settings. Bluetooth and other devices. Add Bluetooth or other device button to activate. Press space bar.
Okay, so you're going to hit enter on this, and we're going to get this focus connected in.
Enter. Windows Shell Experience Host. Add a device. Choose the kind of device you want to add. Bluetooth button to activate. Press space. Enter. Add a device. Make sure your device is turned on and discoverable. Select the device below to connect. Cancel button to activate. Press space bar. Wait
until it populates, and then you're going to tab around and find and hear your focus. Give it a minute to find it. Just make sure it's on. And then a tab.
List box, TV, Bluetooth, Focus 40BT22E70, enter, Focus 40BT22E76460. Enter the pin for Focus 40BT20000000. Connect button to activate space, cancel button to activate, press space bar.
That is one step.
Space.
Okay. And because it's, of course, it's not connected
Bluetooth and other devices, add Bluetooth or
the next thing is you need to insert J or open your context menu. Well, I know I can also do Windows 3 to open my context menu, Windows 3.
Windows 3, taskbar, JAWS context menu.
And I'm going to tell you, a lot of kids, depending on their hardware now and their new computers, Insert J is a far more difficult command because your insert key is way up in the top right-hand corner. It just takes longer. So once again, you pin those icons to your taskbar. It just gives you easier access. Now I need to right arrow on my
Basics,
options
B,
and down
voices,
to Braille.
Braille, L, enter, leaving menus, Braille
Yeah.
basic setting.
I don't have anything set up here, so I need to add with Alt-B, add my Braille display, Alt-B.
Alt-B. Select components dialog. Select the Braille components you want to add, space checked.
Focus is my first option. That's what I want, and I'm going to Alt-N.
Alt-N. Set options for the focus display. The focus Braille displays connect.
Now, it automatically defaults to USB. I know I want Bluetooth, so I'm just going to type in Bluetooth.
B-L-U-E-T-O-O-T-H.
Okay,
Bluetooth, Microsoft candidate.
I'm going to tab to next, but I also know my next option is Alt-N. So I'm thinking, hey, I'm going to go ahead and Alt-N.
Alt-N. Set primary device dialog. Select the Braille display that you want to use each time you start JAWS. If the Braille display does not...
Okay, I'm going to hush them up, and I'm going to go ahead and tab to finish, and then I'm going to double check to make sure it's my focus, even though I know that's the only option I have selected.
Back button. Finish button to activate space.
Give it a second. JAWS is going to tell you you have to
JAWS
restart.
synthesizer and Braille manager dialog. You must restart JAWS for the changes to take.
So you have to restart your JAWS at this point. So we're going to hit spacebar.
Space. Braille basic settings.
And this is basically how all Braille displays are going to be set up. Okay, so this is really, really easy. You're just going to go through and choose your option, whether it's the Braille Note Touch or Brilliant or anything else. I'm going to go ahead and Alt-O and say
Alt-O.
And then I can very easily do Windows 3, up arrow to exit. And I'm going to tell you sometimes Insert F4 has issues based on the update. But I'm going to Insert F4 first.
Quit JAWS dialog. Are you sure you want enter settings? Bluetooth.
Okay, and I always tell my students, go to your desktop just to make sure everything's out of focus. And once again, this is technology. This is the easiest way to make sure things stay happy. So get to your desktop, and you're going to go ahead and I love how my Run dialog box is open. That just really bugs me. But I need to start my JAWS in order to exit out of that Run dialog box. Okay, so here we go. We're going to, let's see, Windows 3. That's going to be the easiest.
JAWS Professional Desktop Folder View List View JAWS 2020 Settings Tailored Braille Display Commands Docs Word Tailored Braille Display Commands Docs Word. Okay, so here we are back at the desktop, and we are going to continue with accessing our Braille display. Hey, wait a minute, look at that, fabulous, and it just connected right up. Okay, so let's talk about the issues that could occur if it did not connect right up, right off the bat. I want you to actually go back to your context menu and just double check to make sure it went from remote to focus or the other display that you may have selected. I'm going to use Windows 3 again instead of Insert J just because I really like it. It's Windows 3, taskbar, JAWS context menu, option, basics, voices, Braille L, enter, leaving menus, Braille basic settings dialog. The active Braille display is focus, default Braille. I'm going to hush them up. If it does not say focus, and I'm going to tell you based on the hardware you're using, sometimes it won't. Now, here is the other advantage of choosing Bluetooth and then typing in Bluetooth. If you do not, and you're trying to figure out which COM port you have to use, well, I'm going to tell you it resolves that. So I'm going to tab around to my settings so you can see that if you type in Bluetooth, it will automatically select the correct COM port for you. Let's tab around. Modify settings. Add Braille display. Advanced. Show Braille. OK button to activate. Cancel button to activate. Press. I'm going to Alt-S just so you hear. Alt-S. Alt-S. Set options for the focus Braille display. Dialog. Select the output port edit combo. COM3. 3 of 3 to set the value. Now, anybody who's ever done Braille displays and connect them up, we all know you've got to find the right COM port in order to go with the correct Bluetooth. If you actually type in Bluetooth, it resolves that issue. It will automatically go find the correct COM port for you. It's just a really phenomenal trick. So I'm just going to hit escape. Escape. Braille basic settings dialog. The escape. Okay. So
Now, we've got your the Braille display all connected up, so I'm going to actually navigate and open options using just the Braille display. So you've got 3 modes. G.7 in space is going to take you through the different modes.
Off.
Okay, off. Now, you have to, when you go to the search menu or when you open your browsers, you have to do everything in uncontracted. So if you have it, the Braille on for input, you just need to make sure you're doing everything uncontracted. I like to just stay safe, make sure it's going to be really, really easy. So I'm just going to keep it off for right now before I change my Braille options. Whoops. Let me just, there you go. Touching my router keys. I always warn the kids of that also. Let's go ahead and go through our options again. G.7 in space.
On for display.
Nope.
On for input.
Okay, that's what we're going to use when we're doing contracted Braille.
Off.
Beautiful. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I've got my little shift buttons directly below my space bar. And my right shift and .4 is going to open my search menu.
Search box edit, type in text.
Okay, so let's say I want to go to Word. I could do it this way.
W, Word, O, Word, app.
We love that. Okay, my pinky or .8 is sitting on .8. I'm going to hit enter on that.
Document 2 Word, new list box,
Okay.
blank document 1 of 8. To move to an item, press the arrow keys. Alt
I'm going to
followed
go
by
ahead and hit enter and open.
document 3 Word, edit.
Okay, and here I am in Word. So let's go ahead and we're going to turn on Braille for input.
On for display. On for input.
Okay.
.6. TH sign this I S is R E. .6 Y really C O O L. Low D cool period.
Okay. So you can just Braille and everything right in there. So let's just go ahead and do a little navigating just so you get a feel of what you can do on the Braille display. And you can do absolutely everything. So we know when we want to go to the menu options, we're going to hit our Alt key. I'm not going to do Alt F because it will immediately open my file. I'm going to do that at the very last, and we're going to email this. So let's go ahead and do Alt H to go to home. My Alt command is 6, 8 in space. Your 8 is also your enter key. .7, we use that a lot also. That is your backspace. That's on the left-hand side. So I'm going to go ahead and do 6, 8 in space and then H.
Upper ribbon, home tab. To switch pages, press Control Tab, Alt followed by H.
And you can go ahead and right arrow through all of that. I'm just going to do .6 in space.
Insert tab. To switch pages, press Control. Design tab.
Easy,
Layout
easy.
tab. To References tab. Mailings tab. To switch pages, press
And
Control
move
Tab,
back,
Alt followed by M.
3 in space.
References tab. Layout tab. To switch. Design tab. To switch pages, press Control Tab, Alt followed by G.
So let's actually hit escape, right shift and .1.
Leaving menus, leaving ribbons, edit, Microsoft Candidate, new document 3 Word, edit.
Get rid of the emojis. And let's actually insert the date. I'm going to hit enter on this. And actually, that's going to really bug me. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 space, go to the top.
This is really cool.
I'm going to hit enter to move this down. I'm going to use my rocker bar up. And now I'm going to insert the date. I'm going to do Alt N and then D. So Alt N.
Microsoft D. Leaving menus, leaving ribbons.
Enter.
Edit.
Beautiful. We love that. So that just gives you an idea of how fluidly you can move. A huge advantage of students just staying on their Braille display is they become very proficient Braillists, for one. They learn all the commands, and let's face it, there's not a whole lot of moving they have to do. We have some kids with severe orthopedic issues, and you know, whether they're however their hands are turned. I have, you know, kids with limited fingers. You can execute these commands without pushing all of them down at the same time. Okay, so now once you get this idea, and you can just sit there and move around, but it does make the students very, very proficient in their Braille. We're going to go to File now. I'm going to do Alt F, and then I'm going to do Z for share, keeping in mind I'm doing 365 because Office 2016 is a little bit different. 2012 is a little bit different than that. So you may have Alt Z EA, email attachment. And then if you have an older, it's going to be slightly different. And typically it was Alt F H and then EA for share. But anyway, I have 365, so I'm going to be doing Alt F. I'm just going to follow through on the commands so you can listen as I'm doing it, and and then my voice is not going to interfere with that. So let's go ahead and do Alt F and then Z.
Backstage view. Z. Share. OneDrive. Personal.
Yeah.
Mellenbacher. Attach a copy instead.
Enter.
Word. Edit.
My box
Document
opens.
3 message HTML to edit. Type in text.
Let me hit D.
D. Denise Robinson. Denise
That's
Rob.
what I want.
Gmail. Enter. Document 3 message HTML to edit. Denise
I'm gonna
Robinson.
tab
Denise.
twice.
CC edit. Type in subject edit.
I'm
Document
going to
3. Type
control
in
A
text.
to
Alt plus
select
U.
that. 3-8 in space.
Document 3.
And I'm going to call this, I don't know.
Dot
work.
5. W. Work.
Okay, I'm going to tab to my message body edit.
Document 3. Edit.
Okay, and let's see.
Dot 6. P. L. Dot 2. S. E. Please. S. E. E. C. A. T. T. A. C. H. Sign. E. D. Sign. Low D. Attached. Enter. Enter.
And
Dot 6. D. E. N. Sign. I. S. E. Denise.
okay, and to send it, Alt S. So just keep following through on the commands.
Document 3 Word. Edit.
And it's gone. So that is how you do Word. And once again, if you start out with beginner students, little fingers, oh, this is just ideal for starting kids at 3 years old, 3, 4, 5, 6, all those tiny little fingers. They move so efficiently and effectively on these Braille displays. So much easier than a Brailler, because with Braillers, any teacher knows, I mean, they get what we call helper fingers because the keys are so hard to press down, and this is just such an effective way to teach. So let me show you how to really cool start a new document with 3-8 in space and N.
Document 4 Word. Edit.
Okay, and just type
H I autocorrect H Microsoft Candidate UI. Document 4 Word. Edit.
Okay, and let's just Alt F4 and close out everything.
Alt F4. File name. Edit. Hi. Type in text. Hi.
So Alt N to say no, you don't want to save it.
Document 3 Word.
Okay,
Edit.
and we're back. This time I'm going to close this one slightly differently with Alt space and then up arrow to close. So I'm going to do Alt first.
Menu. System menu. Restore. To move through items, press up or down
And
arrow
I
R.
could hit C for close. I can also do rocker
Close. C.
up for close and enter.
Leaving menus. File name. Edit.
Again,
2. Type in text.
Say no.
Start meeting button unavailable. To activate, press space bar.
Okay, so now let's go ahead and move into the internet and let me show you actually how to find any lesson that you want in order to teach anything. And that's going to be the TechVision site. So let's go ahead and we're going to do Windows 2 to open Chrome and then go to the TechVision site. So my Windows key is 4-8 in space.
Taskbar, alert, Infobar, Alt-Shift-A. Google Chrome isn't your default browser. Set as default. Set as O. Startup show sponsored by Small Biz. O.
Let's go ahead and do Alt-D. So let's say my default page was not on YouTube already, and I've actually set up my Chrome to immediately go back to where I'm at. So any of you visual people can see this is an Orbit. We have students with the Orbits also. And if you do have an Orbit, this is an incredible series of how to learn how to use the Orbit also. And it's just done by Orbit Research. So let's go ahead and do an Alt-D to jump up to our URL just so you can see how this is done.
Orbit Reader 20 editing and creating files YouTube Google Chrome Y YouTube.com. Press tab to search YouTube video search.
Now remember, keep in mind you need to be in uncontracted mode on this, okay? Hit enter.
YouTube.com watch V equals F-Lerni 2 TKRJA and AMP list equals PLFI 9WHN YouTube.
And I just hit my left shift to hash them up. And we can go ahead and tab into this.
YouTube, Google, YouTube home, skip navigation link, search region, search edit, type in text.
So you're going to type in TechVision or Braille. I'm going to say type, but you know, Braille, this is what we're doing. And remember, this is uncontracted.
T, search E, C, H, V, I, S, I, O, N. TechVision, YouTube, Google Chrome, Microsoft Candidate UI, R, O, B, I, S, M, N, S, O, N, Robinson.
And then you're going to type in exactly what you want. Maybe you want to study more on Word.
W, O, R, D.
And hit enter.
Word, YouTube, Google Chrome, TechVision, Robinson, Word, YouTube, Google Chrome, main region, search filters link, search filters toggle button to toggle the state, press space bar.
And now you can hit the letter H for your navigation. Now there are a lot of companies called TechVision out there. So you actually might find that they have great options also. The difference with what I am doing is these are all keyboard commands versus other companies just have a TechVision product. So let's go ahead and hit the letter H for navigation.
H. TechVision, Robinson, Word, YouTube, Google Chrome, Link, Graphica, AGFL 7.
Now, I want you to tap, and you're going to hear subscribe button.
Dr. Denise M. Robinson, subscribe link, okay. Subscribe button to activate.
So if you have not subscribed to this channel, we have 423 lesson videos on everything that we're teaching in the schools. So subscribe to that. But more importantly, let's just go to the channel. So I'm going to shift tab back with 1, 2 in space.
Dr. Denise M. Robinson, 1.9, enter.
And here we go.
Create a natural
YouTube, signature on the computer and insert it into your documents using Sharpie ZK. Okay, so insert Z, that is the command that we have learned along the way. Insert Z, cursor off, K to pause. So here is our YouTube channel, and there is absolutely every single type of lesson that you would want in order to help progress you in your understanding and learning. So that is the easiest way to get to the channel. And then of course you can tab through, you can use H for headings or links or whatever you want to. Remember that's insert F7 for your links, insert F6 for your headings. So there are 423 right now. We are continuously adding new videos all the time on lessons. So that is the webinar today. That gave you a little idea how to use the focus. We've used and set up just about every single type of Braille display, and they're all set up in very, very similar ways, exactly like that. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Keep the questions coming. We'll talk to you later in the next video.